Homekeepers. So glad to be with you today, my friend. I think you'll be glad that you tuned in, but just like to take a second to let you know how much we appreciate you. You're really kind of our lifeline, and we hear from you every day, a lot of the viewers, and we appreciate it and absolutely feel we have a real connection with you. And I can feel it and sense it so much that we're interested in the same things. And I think you're going to very much be interested in what we're talking about today, and that is a human life amendment for the state of Florida, hoping to get it on the ballot in 2022. And I have the chairman for this effort today. His name is Minck, and I'm so anxious to tell you all about it because as Christians and believers, and those certainly who believe in pro-life, we've got a method for you to make a real difference. And it's time for the Christians to get involved, you know. The Bible says that righteousness exalts the nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. So we need the righteous to get in the government and get in all of the mechanics that go on to keeping this state and this nation going. Christians need to be involved, and we're going to give you a way that you can that's so easy, and I think you'll be glad to be a part of it. And I'm going to join Stephanie. We still got her air fryer here, and it's so much fun. In fact, I'm going to get me one, and she told me the kind I should get, a smaller one and all, but we're going to fix cauliflower, which is one of the most nutritious things you could ever eat. We're going to do that with some good herbs and lemon in it. It's going to be good. Before I join her, though, I want to again offer you this book, Learn to Pray. Now, the disciples who ran around with Jesus, and they were with him in the flesh, and they talked, and he taught them, and he performed miracles in their presence, but they sat down and said, "Teach us to pray, Lord." So I think that's pretty heavy. And I would like for you to have this book. It's got so many references to prayer. What kind of prayer? You know, there's prayers of confession, there's prayers of praise, there's prayers of you know, when you need healing. I know when I was growing up, if anybody got sick in our family, the first thing we did was pray. So you need this book. I promise you, you need it. And it's for any gift to the ministry. Information's on your screen. You can use your credit card, 1-800-229-0059. Or write to me at Homekeepers, Box 6922, Clearwater, Florida, 33758, and thank you in advance. I really believe this will be a blessing to your life. And it's smelling good over here.
Yeah, it smells really good, doesn't it?
But before, let's do show and tell.
Okay, let's do show and tell.
She got a pretty wreath. Now, I love wreaths. I have one on my door all year round.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, I have a patriotic wreath from Memorial Day till Labor Day.
So a friend of mine made me this, all out of Dollar Tree items.
It's just gorgeous.
So it's beautiful, right? And a little bit of time, and it's just beautiful.
And I asked her to bring it in.
Yes. She saw it on Facebook. She's like, "Is that really yours?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yes. So I like those in the summertime, and if anybody's an expert, we'd like to have somebody show us how to do those. I always have a fall wreath.
Yes.
And I have a cross on my door for the Lent, and have lilies on the door for Easter. I think it just tells something about your home.
Right, and your personality and all that. Okay, so we have cauliflower, we have olive oil, lemon zest, lemon juice, we have parsley, we have thyme, and rosemary. Okay?
All fresh.
Yes, get fresh herbs. It smells so good in here. So I'm just going to take half a head of cauliflower, because we did a whole head, but we had to split it up, right? And I'm just going to put in 2 tablespoons of oil. I sprayed my air fryer, right? And then I'm just going to...
like you spray a cake pan?
Yes. Yep. And then I'm just going to mix this up, and I put it in the air fryer, and I fried it for 9 minutes at about 350, okay? So make sure you get it good and greased up. And I'm going to move this to the side because now I'm going to get my cooked cauliflower out. And we're going to mix it in with all this yumminess, right?
I would think this would be such a boom to...
So good.
To working moms, working women.
Well, and you
that's
can
8
cook,
minutes.
You can cook so healthy.
On one of the other programs, so you did shrimp for 8 minutes.
Yes, shrimp. And with the flavors that we had with that,
And
everyone loved it.
It was so good. The
It was
guests ate a
so good.
lot of
Look
it.
at that. That's beautiful. So we're going to take some olive oil, some lemon juice.
Look at the steam off of that, though.
Yes. There we go. A little olive oil. I'm going to mix
You
it
put
right
in the
in.
lemon?
I'm just going to mix everything together so I can.
Why not?
Why not? Lemon zest. Okay.
We have
This is going to be so good and so healthy.
one of our camera people,
Yes.
Susan.
Yes. Parsley.
She gets to take the cauliflower home. She loves
Yes.
this. She's
She can't eat.
vegan.
She can't eat most of the things that we make. So
Right,
that's thyme
right.
and parsley. This is just taking something that's not so exciting
and making it
and
exciting.
making it exciting.
Well, actually, cauliflower and potatoes, they're kind of a blank
Right.
page.
So I mean, this is how
Okay,
you amp
girl.
it up. Look at. Oh, come on. So good. How many times have you made cauliflower at home? You just put some salt on it, and
Well,
it's not very exciting.
I'm anxious for you to tell me what you think. I'll eat
Okay.
some after the show, but
Oh,
it's
yes.
it's
Look
a
at
dish that perhaps you could get your children to eat.
Yeah.
Cauliflower.
Okay. I'm gonna take a little lady bite. Okay.
Okay.
It's delicious. That lemon, such
And
a
the
tang.
rosemary.
So good. You want this one? It's easy. I promise.
All right.
Yes.
If you want this recipe, there's information coming up on the screen. You can get it whichever way is most convenient to you. And then after that, we got a special message from our guests, so stay tuned.
If you would like a copy of today's recipe, you may receive it by contacting us through social media as listed on the screen. When requesting a copy through the mail, be sure to include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Thank you, and please know we always appreciate hearing from our viewers.
"2022 can be a big year for the protection of vulnerable human lives in Florida, from the first heartbeat to the last. Every vulnerable life should be protected, and it's up to we the people to make that happen. That's why we're working on a constitutional amendment that protects the lives of people with heartbeats, including the preborn. This amendment ensures that all human beings have a right to life, regardless of age, illness, or disability, when there is a detectable heartbeat. Doesn't it just make sense that this should be in our Constitution? It can be, but only if you take action today. Right now, follow these 3 easy steps to become a heartbeat hero and protect your fellow Floridians. First, grab a petition partner packet. These packets have 20 petitions in them that you can get signed by anyone who's a registered Florida voter. Next, reach out to your friends and neighbors to get the petitions in your packet signed within 30 days. Once they're all signed, return the packet using the self-addressed envelope. It's that easy. 2022 can be a big year for the protection of vulnerable human lives, but only if you take action now. Become a heartbeat hero by getting 20 in 30. Get your 20 petitions signed in less than 30 days.
That's one of the most brilliant ideas I've ever heard of. And I have a guest here who is the head of the whole thing for the state of Florida. Welcome, Mark Minck. I'm so glad to meet you.
Thank you, Arthelene. It's an honor to be here with you today.
Hey, give me the history of this. I mean, I wonder why I didn't think of it. It's so simple.
Well, we need something simple that people can wrap their minds around and engage in. What we found is that people around the state of Florida have grown weary watching the vulnerable lives not being protected like they should be. And this gives them a way that they can engage and do something rather than just waiting and hoping that something out of Tallahassee will fix the problem. So it's back to we the people to do something about it.
Where did it come from? Is this nationwide? I know you're the head of Florida. Is this a nationwide effort?
Well, what we're doing is specific to the state of Florida, and the short version is, and the limited time that we have to share, is that in early February of 2018, I attended a men's prayer breakfast up in the North Florida area, and a man that you know well, Saul Petition, was the keynote speaker with New Life Solutions.
Right.
And it's the first time I'd ever heard his testimony of his mother surviving a Nazi concentration camp and the work that he'd gone on to do in the pro-life arena being responsible for helping save thousands, tens of thousands of preborn babies' lives. And I was really moved that morning hearing his testimony. But then they played an audio clip, what I shared with you earlier, of the sound of these BBs hitting the side of a tin can. And it really struck me, even though I was unaware of the statistics of the death toll nationally from legalized abortion. It just really gripped me. And then later that morning, a friend of mine spoke and just really encouraged the men in the room. There were about 100 men there. He said to them, he challenged them. He said, "What has the Lord put on your heart to do?" And that morning, the Lord really got my attention, and I felt compelled to do something more than what I had been doing, because up to that point, my wife and I had been supporting our local pregnancy resource center, which we continue to do, and love the important work that they do. I had been voting and vetting out pro-life candidates, voting for pro-life candidates, which we continue to do, but we felt like there was more that needed to be done. And we looked into this and realized that in 2002, a group of citizens had done the heavy lifting to propose an amendment to the state constitution to provide protection for pregnant pigs.
Pregnant what?
Pregnant pigs.
My goodness.
And it passed. They were successful in getting the number of petitions they needed signed. They raised the money. They did the heavy lifting. They got it placed on the ballot. And they made their case in the public arena, and it passed. And our state constitution was amended to provide protection for pregnant pigs. And so we realized that if a group of people could do that for the protection of pregnant pigs, how much more could we do for God's created image bearers?
Now, what does it take to get an amendment on the ballot in the first place?
It's a big challenge, and intentionally, as you might expect.
Sure.
The process should be difficult so that we're not amending the Constitution every time you turn around. And so Florida's one of about, I think it's 26 states that have a provision that allows its citizens to engage in the process. In Florida, there's 5 ways that an amendment can be proposed to the Constitution, and one of them can be initiated by citizens. So as a registered Florida voter, I looked into this process and said, you know, if they can do it for pregnant pigs, let's do it for vulnerable human lives. And so what it takes is 8% of all of the votes that were cast in the prior presidential election. You have to get a petition like this. This is a state formatted petition. This is the state's document. And our title, Human Life Protection Amendment, is at the top. Our 20-word ballot summary that you heard on the video is on here. And when a registered Florida voter completes these yellow fields and submits one of these petitions, they're basically petitioning the Secretary of State of Florida to place the proposed amendment on the upcoming ballot. The big challenge is the number that it takes, because 8% of all of the votes that were cast in the presidential election
in Florida.
In Florida. So there were over 11 million votes cast for president in the 2020 election.
I wasn't good in math. How much is 8%?
Well, the exact number is 891,529.
We can do it.
That's right. That's right.
We can do it.
With God, all things are possible.
Absolutely. And I've been involved. And when I was getting ready for this program, my heart was just touched when I went back through the history. Kathy Arrington, a friend of mine, she's in the studio today, tireless in the pro-life movement. But go way, way back, and I remember with this one little nurse, on her day off, she'd be picketing this faithful, and it gets hot in Florida. You don't want to picket that much. Faithful, I've seen these faithful people through the decades.
Yes.
But honestly, Mark, this to me is the simplest thing that's ever been put out there. Every pastor in the state of Florida that believes in pro-life, it's a no-brainer. You have the ballots there, you ask them to fill them out, and you want each person to get 30 signatures?
Well, we have a program that we call Becoming a Heartbeat Hero. And someone can become a Heartbeat Hero by getting 20 petitions signed within 30 days. So we have some pretty strict deadlines. We need to get all these petitions by the end of the year, but we know that human nature being what it is, if someone thinks they've got till the end of the year, they might not act right away. So our petition partner packets, for example, that I have a copy of, contain an overview sheet, and this overview sheet is on our website. It explains what we're doing and how we do it. It's got some frequently asked questions that we answer on the back. And then it's got a simple instruction sheet that explains what to do. But in the simplest format, we're asking someone to not only sign the petition themselves, but get 20 of them signed and then send them back to us within 30 days. If they're in a place in the state of Florida where they have access to one of our packets, you see the address pre-printed on the envelope, they can just put the signed petitions in the envelope and mail them back. Otherwise, they can go to our website, they can print these petitions out, and then they can get them signed by their friends, their neighbors, relatives. They just have to be registered Florida voters. And then they send them in, and it multiplies the efforts. And Arthelene, here's what's important to understand. Traditionally, when an organization wants to amend the Florida Constitution, what they normally do is they pay a third-party company to get the petition signed. And it's very effective. In 2018, there were 2 citizen initiatives on the ballot, and collectively, they raised and spent about $4 million each to pay to get these petitions signed. But we believed with an issue that protects vulnerable life, the elderly, the infirm, the disabled, the preborn child, from that point of a detectable heartbeat, that spectrum from that first heartbeat to the last, that the body of Christ could lock arms and we wouldn't have to pay petition gatherers. We could basically recruit an army of volunteer petition gatherers. And that's why I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to share this today.
Amen. And I got some wonderful viewers out there that can do that. Thank God for technology.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to anymore wait for somebody to mail you something. You go to your computer and print it off, and you can be right in the game right away.
That's right.
We have the website up, and I want you to, because you get all the information from there. And also, I think we have an email also that you could have any questions answered. Now, how long has this effort been going on? It's kind of new to me, but...
Correct. So officially, it began on November 4th of 2019 when the state of Florida gave us approval to begin circulating the petition. That's when we had to form the organization. You have to get approval for that? Well, to engage in this, we have to form a sponsoring committee. So I'm the state chairman for Protect Human Life Florida, and that's the sponsoring committee for the Human Life Protection Amendment. And so to engage in this process officially, we have to submit this form to the state, and they're essentially approving the format, that everything meets the guidelines. And so on November 4th of 2019, they approved the circulation of our petition. By the time we got our first 400,000 sent to us by our printer, it was Thanksgiving. And then you blinked your eyes and it was Christmas. And then I don't know if you heard of something called COVID, but in early 2020...
Yes, we heard about that.
We had it. Don't know if it happened down here in this area, but we had about a 6-month period where there wasn't a whole lot of petition circulation taking place.
So got to get it revved up again.
That's right. So we're racing against the clock, and that's why this is so important for people that are your viewers to realize that not only can they print these out and sign them, but that they can get them signed and send them in.
You know, it seems to me this has been well thought out. 20 people, that's not asking to get 100 or 80 or whatever. Most people could number those in their own family.
That's right.
And they have to be a registered voter?
That's correct. But they do not have to be registered voters to circulate the petition. We have children that take these petitions and circulate them. We've got people who aren't registered to vote. Maybe they're snowbirds that are registered to vote in a different state. So anyone can circulate the petition, but for someone to submit one, they have to be registered. And we do ask them to be careful when they print it out, to note that they need to sign it, they need to put the date that they signed it, they need to either provide their voter ID number or their date of birth, and then to give us their name and address. It takes about 1 minute to fill this petition out. And for your viewers who may not have a packet with a self-addressed envelope, the address that it needs to be returned to is right on the petition. So we get thousands of envelopes in our P.O. box that have just 1 or 2 petitions. And I will tell you, my favorite ones to receive are the ones that appear to me to be submitted by someone who is let's see, how do I put it gently, the beautiful golden years of life. We'll
that
open
would be
up.
Me.
You're not quite there yet. I had a great uncle that lived to be 106.
No kidding.
That's the golden years, right? And so
that would be golden.
So, you know, when we open a petition and we see that someone that's 90, 95, 98, 100 years old has taken the time to complete this petition and send it in and basically do their part to protect vulnerable human life, that really means a lot to us.
I'm so thankful that you included those at the other end. We talk a lot about babies in the womb, and God knows they should be protected,
Right.
by all means. But you're also talking about the very elderly or the very, very ill, and there have been times when it looked like America was going the wrong direction on end-of-life issues.
Absolutely. In fact, it's important that you point that out. Let me reference 3 scriptures that are on that really direct what we're doing. The first is from Psalm chapter 139, verse 12. It starts with verse 13. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. But yet, when we go to the book of Isaiah, we see in chapter 46, verse 3, says, Listen to me, O house of Jacob, all the remnant of the house of Israel, who have been born by me from before your birth, carried from the womb. Even to your old age I am he, and to gray hairs I will carry you. So we're looking at this through the spectrum of life. We're looking at vulnerable human life. We're looking at lives that may not be in a position to protect themselves, that need us to stand in the gap for them. So whether it's the oldest among us, whether it's someone with a disability, whether it's an infirmity, whether it's that preborn child in the womb, and we know that every preborn life should be protected even from the point of conception. But we also have another challenge in Florida in that once this is on the ballot, it requires 60% of the Florida voters to approve it. Every other state, to my knowledge, that has a provision like this only requires a simple 50% threshold, but we require 60%. So we knew with some of the data testing that we did that there's still, unfortunately, some confusion in the state of Florida with registered voters on when life begins, but who can deny the beating heart?
Well, the sad thing is there's quite a few hard hearts in our country. Give us a little civics lesson on, this is an amendment.
Correct.
So if we get it on there and everything's successful, exactly what does that mean? Can they mess with it again?
Great question. So here's how this works. And I don't remember the exact year, but it's been over 10 years since an amendment was added under Article 1, a new section rather. So our proposed amendment would be a new section under Article 1, which houses basic rights. I believe there's 27 sections there, so this would be Section 28, and it would be a new addition to the state constitution. The importance of this, Arthelene, is that this circumvents the traditional legislative process in Tallahassee, meaning that this allows the voters directly to weigh in on the issues. So once this is on the ballot, the voters approve it or reject it.
That's it.
It goes around the legislative process, meaning that the state house, the state senate, the governor, none of those have any input in this process, and that's what makes this so powerful.
No one has to sign off on it?
Nobody has to sign off on it. Now, it has a process that has to go through. Once we reach a certain threshold, the Florida Supreme Court reviews the language. They have to weigh in on it. But once it's on the ballot, it's the voters that get to say yes or no, and it's either approved or rejected. And so our ballot summary, which is that simple one sentence with 20 words, is going to touch the hearts of people sitting there in the ballot booth, and ballot box rather. And we believe that we're going to see more than 60% of Florida voters approve the Human Life Protection Amendment.
If you just joined me, I'm talking to Mark Minck, and he is the Florida chairman for Protect Human Life Florida. Make sure your pastors know about this. I believe pastors hold a key to a lot of this. And this isn't political. This is spiritual. This is moral. So forget that. We're not choosing Democrats, Republicans, or anything else. We're choosing something that's right before the eyes of God. And so it needs to, I think it needs to come from the pulpit, and it's been so well thought out. I really, truly believe that God has just gone before Mark and the others in the simplicity of it. It's a no-brainer. You sign up, you need to be a registered voter in the state of Florida, and they're asking you to get 20 people. That's not a whole lot. But if you get 2 or 3, that's fine. Just send it in. But to get 20 people, you say in 30 days.
That's right.
I'd like to see this go on the ballot with such momentum,
Yes.
with many more signatures
right.
than we need.
That's right.
And I've been waiting for this. And I'm not kidding you, because those that you might call conservative and pro-life people, they've needed something to plug into.
Right.
And I don't know what could be simpler than this.
Well, and this is something everybody can do. We should continue to support candidates for office that want to fight for life. We should continue to support pregnancy resource centers. We should continue to push back against the forces that want to bring assisted suicide legislation to the state of Florida. We should continue to do all of the things perhaps that we've been doing, but this is something that every registered voter can do that has so much power in it. Because, as you said, I believe we're going to have more than enough, because we serve the God of more than enough. And by placing this on the ballot, it sends a very powerful message. And then once it's on the ballot, it's between every individual and the Lord, whether they vote yes or whether they vote no.
But I so appreciate the little civics lesson you gave us, that if we vote for it, we get it, it wins, they can't mess with it.
It goes into our Constitution. That's our governing document. And so it becomes very powerful. It allows legislation to be crafted and drafted, rather, that is now consistent with the purpose of the amendment. It lays a foundation for the protection of life.
We don't have elected somebody from a little bitty something that can stand up and protest it and try to have it changed, because once the voters speak, that's it.
Very powerful to have
It
an amendment
is.
to the Florida Constitution.
As is. So I hope, and this isn't the last time you're going to hear about this on this program, but I hope that you really take it into your heart, that you have got the website down and try to find out more and more. I think it'd be great if we get all these petitions in early. This is for an election next in 2022, but let's do it early. And if you need prayer, friends, we got prayer partners standing by, and perhaps there's something that is in your heart that you want to really talk to someone about, someone to pray with you. We've got those people standing by. So please join me next time, remembering there's no higher calling than that of a homekeeper. God bless you.
If you should miss a Homekeepers program, you can catch up by going to www.ctnonline.com. Click on CTN Programs and then on Homekeepers.